Hey everyone, welcome back to Tavern Talk. We are working through what will hopefully be the final push into this game. I'm hoping maybe only 1 or 2 more videos. But we just had a bunch of quests the last episode. 3 quests went out. So let's see what happens. I have a feeling we're not defeating the BBEG that easily. Still the pumpkins. We are into November. Up, there she goes. Which one are you guys taking? Oh, that's right. You were going to do the sword fire thing. Good morning. Slept well. That greeting ain't going to do, Innkeeper. Give me your best lines. I'll hear them all today. Oh, I have to. Top of the morning to you, adventurers. Go on. Peace and contentment be upon you, travelers. Sweet water and good berries, friends? All right, enough. You seem to be in high spirits. Now, after you get a chance to work on the project of a lifetime, I'm glad you're so passionate about this. Hope you didn't give Lynn too hard of a time convincing you. Nah. Once I mentioned the dragon fire, it would have been harder to stop her from going on the quest. It was just tough to find her. Didn't take you for a nighttime soup enjoyer. I'm not, usually. I can be persuaded, though, with the right soup and company. I assume your quest for comfort food turned out successful? Not at all. It was thwarted by the shadow of night. Dearest Rhea, promise we shall endeavor to make shortbread another day when the sun is high in the sky. Ooh. Rhea grew up in the realm of myths and legends, the subterranean caves, the realm of themselves. Lately, she seems to be warming up to Sengai and company. And even teams up with other adventurers. Speaking of warm, she's always down for some hearty soup, but her comfort food is freshly baked shortbread. And the stores are open. I'll need to make that sword first, though. Did Carolyn update you on what's at stake? Sure did. Those sigils of alcoholic zest. Land! Won't know it hit them when they see my newly forged weapon. It's sigils of alkahest. Gesundheit! So I assume you've worked out a game plan? More or less. Not like we've got a lot of info in that quest of yours. I'm sorry. Aye, you worked with what you had. We'll manage. Though that ever-burning flame of Leviathan sounds more like a myth than something real. Sounds exactly like something you need for a mythical weapon capable of saving the world. Ha! Still, are you sure you're okay with reforging your sword for this care? Yes, it's the right thing to do. That wasn't what I was asking about. Believe me, I know a thing or two about the importance of an heirloom. It's fine. It's just, I wonder if I'll still feel the same connection to my Baba when I look at the sword afterwards. Eventually, everything she gazed at in life will be gone. Don't you think she'd like looking at the sword of Carolyn the hero? Exclamation. That has quite a wonderful ring to it. I didn't know you, Grandma, but reforging that sword with dragonfire to save the world, I think she would have been mighty proud of ye. And I'll make sure that weapon is the best anyone swung this side of the Aether Tree. You have a competition to win, after all. Exactly. I've been thinking all night about what techniques to use. The design ain't exactly final, but I'll finish it during our trip to the Highlands if I'm fast enough. Rhea, are you doing okay? You never heard of giving someone time to think? You seem to be putting a lot of pressure on yourself. This can't just be some simple run-of-the-mill weapon. And there's so much to decide before starting the forging process. Hitting, quenching, tampering, and the 5 Varican heat treatment techniques. And the 5... Wait. That could actually work. I'm surprised you still remember those. Certainly, you were very passionate about the method. I'm just stoked to get a weapon made by you, Rhea. If it's you, I know my Baba's sword is in good hands. You seem to have the foraging part covered. Anything planned for the rest of the quest? Right. Since we don't really know much about who or what might be guarding the flame, we're taking Hex along. She should encounter any defenses of the, should we encounter any defenses of the, magical sort. As for how to get to the Highlands, Clay and Tia couldn't come along, so let's hope Baya's up for helping us with her tree travel thing. I really love how all these different characters are coming together. This is really cool. Seems like you've got your bases covered. You as the main fire, Rhea as the craftsman, Hex and Baya as magical support, and Kyle as... I'm afraid I won't be able to fill a role this time, Innkeeper. Okay, Phantom of the Opera. I try to distract myself with the mere thought of dear Evelyn hurt and alone, or worse. It struck me with a torment strong enough to make even this undead heart bleed with worry. No matter what transpired between us, all I craved was to know her safe, but to allow my dear friends to march into danger alone was no less distressing. He was almost inconsolable the entire evening. I didn't want to choose one side, only to lose the other forever. That's when I slammed my empty bowl of soup down on the table between us. We weren't gonna go off and die just because he took his eyes off us for a few days. And yet that very fate had struck me several times in the past. I said, well, too happy damned if you never get to see me master weapon. Doesn't matter if I have to chew my way through that thunder tree myself. Heard the dead have a taste for bark anyway. It's as if those words washed away most of the anguish that was ailing my soul. Surely it was time to believe in the future. And to reconcile with the past I left behind, all for my most cherished people. As long as I didn't forget along the way. But we found a workaround for that. Flashcards! I just need to pull them out and be greeted by the wonderful cards prepared for me by Rhea and Carolyn. Even though they may be far from me. That sounds great, Kyle. There's one about you as well. I'm honored. Seems like you thought of everything then. Hopefully. Some help from your drinks would be mighty appreciated nonetheless. Anything particular in mind? Some fire resistance seemed like it'd come pretty handy. That does sound reasonable. We could focus on agility if we're already going in that direction. Don't think we want to take whatever traps we run into head on. Add some strength as well for anything we can't avoid. That and the fire resistance should definitely help with forging the weapon as well. Though, that ghost berry I brought you yesterday, I wouldn't mind some invisibility either. It might give us some imaginative ways to deal with whatever challenges we end up facing. Concentration on intelligence to take full advantage of that sounds like a good option too. Hex would like that. That might work better with Hex in the party. I bet. Knowing him, there's an equal chance of his ideas going right or horribly wrong. If things go south, we'll need the charm to talk our way out of anything. And this way, dear Evelyn will be stunned by my most captivating entrance. Sounds decent. Sounds intelligence could also help with figuring out those techniques you mentioned. And my design, I guess. Alright, Innkeep. You look like you're busting to help us out with this decision. Is it going to be dexterity and strength, fire resistance, intelligence, charisma, and invisibility? If the people guarding the fire are anything like Clay, charisma is going to do a lot of good. I think charisma and intelligence. What does the ghostberry do? It gives intelligence and a little charisma. Sparking Nebula, what else does? That one. But they want, they want 3 intelligence, 1 charisma. 3 intelligence, and this is 2 charisma. Okay. So we need 2 more intelligence. That freaking berry's so cute. Okay, 1, 2. And 1 of this. And that gives us a Sparking Nebula with invisibility. You didn't sparkle this time, Ondu. How dare? Ding. I don't know why that fairy doing that was so freaking funny to me. If you want to forge that weapon properly, it might be best to reserve your strength. Also, anyone guarding the flame should be pretty invested in the dragon's well-being. So here, to solving the challenges ahead of you cleverly. Appreciate it, Innkeeper. I think this will put us right on track. And with that, we're off to the Highlands. Me and Kyle are going to go grab Hex before I let him go check on his ex-wife. You go get Baya? Sure. Good. All right, that's it, Innkeep. One last line for good luck. Make it count. Mind the creaky step on your way out. Fair. Fare thee well, dear Innkeeper. You seem concerned. Kind of weird, isn't it? What is? There's going to be a battle for the fate of the world. But Elfie ain't even here to worry themselves stupid about it. They'd have loved this, I think. Not the impending doom, but all this getting together to defeat evil stuff. Make sure to tell those guys heading to the Twilight Portal to keep an eye out for them. I will. Good. Suppose it's time for me to head out as well. Stay safe, Lynn. Always, Innkeeper. That's a crew. Innkeeper, we have returned. I can see that, Tia. I was awaiting you. Though I'm surprised to see you here, Jane. Yeah, well, Miss Holier-than-thou dragged me along. Some thunder about finally doing my part. I distinctly remember you expressing open interest to our plight when we were talking to Aniko. I believe you asked multiple questions that indicated your desire to help. And I remember asking how much you'd pay, and you said nothing, so I said, no thanks. And yet you didn't resist coming along. Oh, Thunderstorm. Do you have a better job lined up, Jane? Not yet. Aniko and I are eyeing something, but I guess I've got some time to kill. Perhaps Aniko can help too then. Perhaps Aniko can cause chaos on their own then. Maybe they can help too. They better. Not sure if I can deal with Princess here alone. No need to deal with me. I can handle myself. I'd love to have Aniko on the team. God, that would be such an interesting dynamic. Me too. I assume you have written us a quest, Innkeeper? I have. Take a look. Excellent work. I knew we could count on you. Let me have a look at that. We just have to catch the guy at the portal. Seems simple enough. We could even set up an ambush. Or be sneaky if he's already there. You can sneak, big guy? I can do a lot of things. A few years back, I spent time with some lithic partners who showed me how to sneak up on anybody. I just don't like doing it. It seems a bit rude, you know? No, I don't. Honestly, big guy sneaking up on him, catching him off guard. But you don't wear the most protective armor, Clay. But I think the situation calls for a little rudeness. Agreed, it does. And for a little more manpower. You're right, Innkeeper. We should ask Aniko for help. Also, Hex suggested taking Voy along. He's great at distraction and knows his way around the Twilight Chasm should our quest lead into it. Apparently he has family there, though I hope we don't need to disturb them. Oh, I love that thunder sound. It's so cozy. Anyone else? We considered a whole lot more, but Scully and Grace made a good point. They said not everyone is battle-tested and that it'd be reckless to take inexperienced adventurers along. They also said we should look into more backup plans for the backup plan. I think they just wanted an excuse to do some research and to stay away from the bloodshed. I don't blame them. Can't blame them. Melly really wanted to come too, but Dave said no. Is he coming himself? Of course. Made these two ask him before we got here. We need good fighters, and kid's got some talent. I hope he said goodbye properly this time. Carolyn made sure he did. Never saw a more terrifying death glare in my whole life. It was very impressive. It was. So, are you finished with your questions? Actually, could you review the plan for me one more time? It's been a long couple of weeks. Sure. So listen up. We make it to the Twilight Portal by the moon pools, and we stop our big bad evil Thunder from going through. If we fail that, or if he's faster than us, we chase him through the Twilight Chasm and into Ur. And we prevent him from getting that fancy axe. If that fails, well, we stop him at all costs. Sounds like a good plan. While you're at it, will you keep an eye out for Fable for me? Of course. Now, Innkeeper, by the dragons and all that is holy in this world, can we count on your help again? Yes. What do you need? Easy. We just need to be quicker than that maniac. We should be the first to reach the portal. And we should be the first to attack him, all while dodging his counterattacks. Outspeeding him seems like the smartest option here. You're wrong. It is foolish to think that his strikes won't be powerful. We need to be well protected against him so we can take him down before he really hurts any of us. Don't be stupid. If we're fast enough, he won't get the chance to hurt us. I'd like you to say that again when you're lying a pool of your own blood. Okay, maybe we need both. It's just the balance that counts. We could focus on a whole lot of defense, but keep some dexterity in our back pocket. And maybe some of those fast infusion thingies can make up for the difference. I could hasten you with some golden feathers or saber fangs. Great. Alternatively, you could give us a lot of dexterity with just a little bit of defense on top. To make sure we don't get hurt, you can give us some of that frost armor Scully keeps talking about. Sure thing. I've got enough frozen pine cones left for that. I don't think Jade and Tia can make a decision without blood spread, so could you help us out? Of course. I know what to do. Oh, I don't know what to do. Oh, I don't know what to do. Inhumanly fast, great for reaching long distances and escaping every fight unharmed. Also that. Ultimate solution when it comes to protection against anything, whether physical or magical. Oh, I don't know what to do. Do I want to side with Jade or Tia? Oh, I don't want to look it up. I'm really trying to avoid that. Oh, man, I don't know. Alright, let's do the frozen pine cone. Just defense and attack. Which would go with this one. Does not go with this one. No. 3 defense. This one's more dex. Oh, one more charisma. So not charisma, dexterity. So it would be probably a first snow with haste. Or a last whisper with pinecone. Do I want to make them speedier? I don't know how much damage. Oh, man, I'm really overthinking this. All right, let's go Last Whisper because it's a new drink. And we'll go with Dexterity. I need more. And some Intelligence. Oh, I hope it's the right choice. Damn it. Okay. God, that looks terrible. Can never go wrong with Dexterity. Plus, you'll be able to show off your cool frost armor when his blade shatters against it or whatever. I knew you'd make the right choice, Innkeeper. There was no right choice, Jade. You both wanted the same thing in different proportions. And you chose the cooler one. Or the more reckless one. I'll wait outside. Catch up with me when you're ready to admit I was right. Crap. Alright, Clay, let's go. Oh. Clay? Are you okay? No, I don't think so. Aren't you scared? Of what? All of this, the fate of the world, is a very heavy weight to bear, don't you think? What if someone gets hurt and I can't stop it? Clay, stop. Please, for a moment. Just stop. I know this is scary. Truth be told, I'm scared too. My whole life has been building up to this moment. I've always been told I'm meant to save people, and if I can't, what's the point of me, you know? You are the point. I'm glad you exist, even if you don't save anyone. You're not some mythical savior. You're my friend. And you are mine, and I'm a little less afraid because I have you with me. You taught me how to value myself as a person, despite all the weight on my shoulders. I wish you would do the same for yourself. I promise you, together we will get through this. We will save each other and our friends in the world and all of the ferrets. And the Innkeeper while we're at it. Thank you. I appreciate being included. Fear is a powerful motivator. Use it. So, use my fear for strength, just like with anger. Exactly. Don't let him use it against you. Strike him down with it. I think I can work with that. Can we still hold hands on the way there? So it's a little less scary? Oh my God, you're so cute. Of course. And remember, you can never lose me. Your bracelet will always tell you exactly where I am. And if you get lost somehow, despite your impeccable sense of orientation, mine will help me find you too. Oh, they're so cute. That's a problem. They wouldn't give us a pair so cute if they weren't going to do something. Oh, you just get lost looking. Maybe I'd have to ask Jade for help. I'd do that for you. Thank you, Tia. You're a great best friend. Oh! So are you. Alright then, best bud. Let's do this. Together. Best of luck. We won't need it. He cares so much about the people around him as he does all the animals he meets. He knows his own strength and how helpful his abilities are. But that also puts immense pressure on him. He wants to protect everyone, but even a half-giant can only do so much. Still, it's good to see him believing in himself. I have a really bad feeling. Oh, Grace! You must have made them some really good drinks, Innkeeper. I've never seen Clay that determined. I tried my best. I have to say, Grace, I'm surprised you're not accompanying Hex to the ever-burning flame. And Amelie. She didn't want to stop studying the magic spells. She thinks they might help us solve all this. I think what might help me right now is a drink. Something that'll get my thoughts flowing gracefully despite all this mess. Give me a moment. Sparkling Nebula. The usual. Yep. 1, 2, 3. And on two. You better sparkle this time, Ondu. Sparkle? Yeah, there he goes. Ding. A delicious thought detangler just for you. I don't think I've ever tasted detangler as delicious as this. You've tasted detangler? Melly, would you like a drink as well? No, thank you. I've already had 3 hot chocolates today. I think if any more magic enters my system, I'm going to eat the sun. On to another topic then. I've heard you formed a research team. We did. Obviously, Grace and I are the leaders, but we also recruited Scully and Archie. And Una said she wanted to sit with us and crochet while we work. What a great excuse to help, lazy as usual, I see. She insists we don't call it helping. Of course she does. Rufus is helping us too. His wool is so soft it calms everyone down. I wish Dave would join us too. I guess he's busy fighting the mean guy. But he promised he'd be back soon. And he'd better keep that promise. What are you looking into anyway? Melly mentioned spells. Are those the ones Hex found in the tower? Yes, those ones exactly. He stayed up all night decoding their formulas, but as soon as he figured out what they were about, he lost interest. So I picked them up. Most of them are rudimentary, all things we already have in our spell books. But 2 stuck out to me. Care to educate me? Which one do you want to hear about first? Teleportation or soul binding? Soul binding. Hex brought home a glass cane with a glowing floating scroll inside. Or glass case. After we got it out and removed all the protective runes, he was pretty disappointed. A riddle-locked glass case and protective runes seems like someone didn't want it to be used. I'm pretty sure I know why. It describes pulling souls right out of people's bodies and binding them to objects. Completely volatile magic and dangerous, I assume. It's been a little hard to translate. I'm trying to figure out any side effects it might have, so I can convince Hex not to use it whenever he's slightly inconvenienced. Sounds difficult, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. What about the other scroll? The other scroll. One of the scrolls he found holds a powerful teleportation spell. Now, I fancy myself quite equipped at conjuration magic. Whoop. Knocked over my water. Luckily, it was empty. But Hex finds it boring. He picked the scroll up because he assumed the gold runes meant it was special. He was right, but I guess it didn't have enough fire for him. More special than a soul-binding scroll? No, but still special enough. I think if I cast... Oh, sorry. Words. Oh my goodness, I just noticed the lamps are little ghosties. Ah, that's so cute. If cast correctly, it could get you anywhere in this area with incredible accuracy. Even to protected places in other planes. But I'm trying to figure out how to use it without destroying myself. It requires more mana than people usually have in their body. No, not allowed. So you'd think it'd kill its caster. Almost certainly so. No. It has a lot of promise. Maybe I can modify it. No. Best of luck. Thank you. Mission unlocked. Grace is probably Voyage's biggest fan. From time to time, she argues with her brother because to her, he seems very controlling, even though she's more than capable of casting protective spells. But now she has her hands on 2 very powerful yet dangerous spells and is determined to figure out how to use them. Hex also brought back a lot of the wizard's personal notes, diaries and such, retellings of his exploits, of his hopes, dreams, and fears. When I have some more time, I think I'll be able to do a deep dive into who he was. Maybe I could even put a little exhibition together if Voy and Nico let me borrow some of those magic items. I doubt they'd dare refuse you. I'd hope not. I want some magic scrolls of my own to decipher. But first we need to finish this research, just because we need to figure out what to do if... It's just nice to have something to do is all. Plus, I'll take any excuse to hear more of Scully's Everbloom stories. He's trying to figure out whether we can reverse the sigils. That'll be neat. Maybe you can duct tape them back together. I don't think so. With Archie's help, I also made this whole board where I can collect and connect all of our clues. Spaghetti. Specifically, I've been looking into who exactly that necromancer guy could be. Clay said he noticed some flowers on his armor, and I think that might be a clue. Maybe he's a florist, or they're zombie flowers, or he wants to destroy all the flowers. I need to figure out what his motive is. Because if we can figure out his motive, we can figure out who he is, then we can figure out his weakness. Not that we'll need them, because Dave and the others will, what did he say? Kick his abs. I don't think that's what he said. But looking into it makes me calmer. Yes. They'll be all right. Right, Innkeeper? The zombies aren't going to eat them like my parents. They won't. They'll all protect each other. And we happen to know for a fact that zombies cannot get through the frost armor, thanks to Scully. He'll come back for you. I hope so. I don't want that to happen again. I miss my parents. I wish they were here to hold my hand. What were they like? Well, I remember my dad always told me bedtime stories about swashbuckling burglars. And I remember my mom loved making things out of yarn, especially socks. And they were really nice and cool, and I loved them so much. I know I can't replace your parents, but is it okay if I hold your hand until Dave, Carolyn, and Fable come back? That'd be nice. I feel a lot safer with them around, you know? Like I'm home again. You are home. I think so too. But enough dramatic backstory. I'm turning into Dave. Just less repressed and gay for Fable. Hold up. Where is he? He, they, them. Okay. Understood. Maybe it's time to head out. We'll update you on our research tomorrow, Innkeeper. But first, we're going to get a lot of ice cream. Exactly. Una promised she'd make some. Save some for me. We'll try. Oh, hello. Hello there. It's been a while since you last showed up. Thought something might have happened to you. I feared you went home without saying goodbye. I wouldn't do that to my friend. I did end up finding those golden loon feathers quickly, with a little help from Voyage. But with everything going down, I decided to stick around and help those in need. That sounds just like you. How are things with you, though? You don't need to say much for me to know what that face means. I've seen it once or twice before. Is there something I can do for you? What is there to be done, Quincy? It's like everything is in limbo. Like dancing on the edge of a blade, one wrong move and it's over. Something like that. Would it help if I asked you for a drink? Maybe. You know what always helps me when I'm feeling down? What? A good cup of Quincy's hot chocolate. Here, after all I've heard, you might need it more than me. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Hot chocolate, hot chocolate. I need it. I need it right now. Perfect for the cold nights of the winter solstice or days when your heart just needs a little warming up. Quincy's hot chocolate will have your spirits reinvigorated in no time. This hot cocoa with a dash of cinnamon quickly returns that feeling back into your chill bones and maybe will make you feel a little less alone. Yes, I need it. It's been so chilly. So wonderfully chilly. Now, go on. Make me a drink. This one or another one. Whatever you'd like. He wants dexterity. So we could definitely use a hot chocolate. Or the swift strike. Or the last whisper. Let's go with the hot chocolate. Come on. Come on. One, two, three, four, five. All right, let's see. We would need an infusion for this. That would do it. So I am the 1 defense, and I need 2 dexterity. I need 1 intelligence. I mean, I have a swift strike. Add 1 charisma. Hot chocolate. Ding. God, that looks so good. Couldn't wait to try it out right away. Well, you replicated it perfectly. My hands and heart are warm. Want to sip yourself? You look like you need it. Maybe later. May this drink be warmer than the currents of these times. It most certainly is. Thank you, Innkeeper. Of course. So, how are you? I'm just numb. It's relatable. I'm neither worried nor elated. I'm just avoiding thinking about it at all costs. Yeah, no. Even when I think about it, I can't quite reach the feelings I know are supposed to be there. It's like I'm stuck floating in some glass case, watching the stars fall around me. But no matter how hard I try, I can't reach out to touch them. And I can't figure out whether I want to touch them. It certainly seems to scare you, worrying about the world and other people. It's been a while. I didn't think I'd care again. I didn't want to, but it just happened. Yes, just like that, without my consent, I might add. The heart wants what it wants, and sometimes what it wants is friendship. But I can see how that's a scary feeling. So many things are on the line now, perhaps more than you bargained for. It was easier when I just looked away. Would you rather work away than help your patrons, your friends? No. But now I have to face the fear of losing them. Funny? Didn't you swear to me you were done fearing death? That you had nothing left to lose? Sometimes lying to ourselves is easier than lying to others, I guess. I'll keep my I told you so to myself. I just feel like I'm stuck in an endless cycle, and there's no way out that doesn't tear me apart. Would it help you to know we've all felt like that at some point in our lives? Not really, no. Then let me leave you with this instead. Love may come at the price of loss, but the inevitability of loss, inevitability of loss also comes with the reward of love. You can't lose something without having loved it. And so you should love whatever it is you fear to lose. Those are the moments that matter, the moments that make your life worth living. Besides, you have the power to step out of that cursed circle anytime. Do I? Write your own story, my friend. Don't doom yourself because you think it's what you deserve. I forgot how good you are at giving advice. Makes me a bit envious. You'll get there eventually. I hope so. Thanks for checking in. I think I needed that. Of course. Please don't stop reaching out. The safety of isolation is not worth the loneliness. I'll try to remember that. You better. Now, I heard the night market is close by and I really don't want to waste this opportunity, so don't let me hold you back. Until next time, take care of yourself, be kind to yourself, and be safe out there. Why don't I get a catchphrase? Oh well, guess it's coming with age. Maybe next millennium. Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh! No! You're the bad guy! Hello. Greetings. Catch up with your past. Greetings, traveler. Nice armor. Is it new? No. Doesn't it seem familiar? The flowers certainly do. Did you keep my books? You know, I imagine this place differently. It's nice. Thank you. But I thought you'd be long gone by now. After all, you like running, don't you? I like it here. Though your visit is making me consider moving soon. It's not advised to stay in one place for too long anyway. Eventually, the past will catch up to you. I figured. What brings you here, really, Quasar? You know, this and that. I had paid Morrow Castle a visit. It's quite serene this time of year. What for? Sightseeing. Trespassing. You broke in. I wouldn't phrase it like that. Burglary is incredibly impolite. I was persistent in my approach. Politely, I knocked on the door. Fortunately, vampires these days have no hospitality. The lady of the house greeted me with a snarl and slammed the door in my face. Not like that stopped me, but I found it quite rude. So you did break in? Obviously, as a last resort. There was something I needed more than manners. As expected, she wouldn't give up her precious relic freely. So you killed her. I would have, but no, the rat escaped. Oh, Kyle will be so happy. The blink of an eye, she dissolved into mist. I always considered that to be a vampire's most annoying skill. But at least I got what I wanted. And what would that be? Curious as ever, aren't you? That's why I made it my job. What, being nosy? Something like that. I get to hear a lot of things every day. People like to talk. You manipulate your patrons into telling you their darkest secrets. I don't manipulate, I listen. I'm all ears. What would Lady Evelyn have that you, Quasar Duskbringer, would want? Just a little blood, ingredients for the execution of a grand design. Grand design? We were never ones to make big plans. Speak for yourself. Maybe times changed you. Oddly enough, you still look the same. I had to make sure you'd recognize me after all. How could I ever forget you? Seems like it was pretty easy for you to move on. It wasn't. Yet you're hiding. You ran away from everything that once mattered to build a life behind a counter in a shabby tavern. Is that why you're here? To throw your accusations around? No. I guess I just wanted one last chat now that everything's coming to an end. And I'm curious about how this old friend of mine is doing. So how are you doing, friend? I'm full of hope for a better tomorrow. I'm worried the world we know will end. That doesn't worry me one bit. It can only go up from here. For you. How are you doing? Do you even want to know? It's my job, and my tavern is open to everyone. Your protective spells beg to differ. They let you through, didn't they? So, how about a drink, and then you tell me whatever it is you need to get off your chest. Sure, let's see if you still know me well enough. And if you remember what I taught you. Of course I do. Oh, Andu, it's okay. We're gonna be okay, puppy. Oh, charisma. Thousand wins. Let's go with the usual. Let's just make it easy for us. It's okay, Andu. 1, 2, 3. This. Oop. Alright. Dang. Oh, poor sweet baby, shaking. How about this? Sweet and chatty. Not bad. Almost tastes like back in the day. Did you think I'd forget? Yes. I assumed you're as good as a... Oh my god. I assume you're as good at abandoning memories as you are abandoning people. Ouch. Seems like people are right about one thing, though. That would be? Your drinks can influence fate. They can't save people, but they can push them in a direction, alter their destiny. I wouldn't go that far. I simply do my best to support my patrons in their endeavors. Will you support my endeavor? As I said, I serve everyone in this tavern. How noble. How awfully morally gray. How opportunistic. It's like nothing's changed. I like it that way. Making decisions for people, leading them to their doom. All because you can't help but wonder what a little entropy would do. I help. You help. Sure. You always like to help when it was most convenient for you, when it got people to love you. I hope all your helping has aided you in forgetting them. I didn't forget them. Oh, is that so? I couldn't sleep for months. My heart bled and bled until there was nothing left to bleed. I was alone. And by the end of it, when nothing was left, there was just one question. How could the one person I trusted with my life turn on me like that? How dare she leave me with nothing but the stars staring at them alone? Wondering whether the blood would ever wash off. And how, by the dragons and their false light, is all you've done with your freedom, this dastardly achieved freedom, this? There's still blood on our hands. It took me way too long to realize that I didn't have to give up, that I'm not like you. That it doesn't have to be their blood that sticks to my hands. Oh, he's got the crazy eyes right now. They're gone. Not for much longer. Soon the star rain and the flood that washed away our yesterday will open the gates to a new tomorrow. A new horizon unhaunted by still ghosts. Quasar. Innkeeper. Why would you do something like this? Don't we owe it to them? The you I knew would have agreed. The me you knew was foolish. Some situations are hopeless and some decisions aren't easy. Decisions are quite easy if you set your mind to it. Say, I need to tear apart Cassiopeia's wings for the stars to rain upon Gaia. An ambitious task. I could decide not to and abandon my plans because I'm intimidated by the complexity or scared of the consequences. But no, instead I choose to stick with it and get what I want. I don't give up. I succeed. It truly is that simple. If you care, you'll get it done, no matter how much effort it may take. Everyone was dead. I wasn't. Didn't we promise to always stand by each other's side? To never be alone again? We did. Didn't they deserve the same? I love this little remix of the theme. It's so haunting. They did. Then why are you here and they aren't? I don't know. Me neither. What did we mean to you? Nothing! We meant nothing to you. The home we built, it meant so little. That's not true. Do you still ponder about the meaning of life, watching the stars? No, there aren't any anymore. It's better that way. It means there's no risk of getting caught up in trivial things. Like getting caught up in the thought of a world without pain. Like that. So naive. So stupid. It meant everything to me it was bound to break. Don't lie to me! I've seen through the charade. Your tricks don't work on me anymore. Look at the stars now as they lie at our feet, a declaration of your failure, an elegy to your cowardice, and a demonstration of my endurance. Everything is set. Everyone will get what they deserve, even your little replacements. Soon there'll be nothing more but a fading memory on the horizon. Feels familiar, doesn't it? They're alive. They can be saved. They are alive indeed. What you should ask yourself is for how much longer, and if the time comes, will you run again? No. But you sent them to their deaths, did you not? I sent them to stop you. I'm aware. Which reminds me, I'll have to leave soon before you little pawns interfere with my threads of fate. Gertrude, come on, it's time to go home. What? What? Are you betrayed by my familiar? Interesting. Care to explain? I sent you a little companion so you wouldn't be so alone, but I need her back now. You know I value my privacy. And I value the perfect execution of my plans. Gertrude! You were giving this guy information? So thank you for collecting so much information for me. You don't have to do this. I don't, but I will. Anyway, I've got somewhere to be. Speaking of which, my invitation. The offer still stands. Join me and watch as I repair what you've destroyed 30 years ago. Join me to witness the renaissance of times past. I can't. My place is here. What a pity. It almost pains me to see you haven't changed one bit. I've moved on. You should try it sometime. Spoken like a true coward. It's not like I need you anyway. Not anymore. See you soon, old friend. Character information unlocked. Or not. Oh. I wish he wouldn't have come. Good Lord. He's a paladin. I don't know what to say. Oh, my body's gone cold. Alright, that's where I'm gonna end this one. Wow. Just wow. That was intense. Anywho, guys, until next time, make good life choices. And like Quincy said, be kind to yourself and be safe. Bye, guys.